who joined us from different parts of Germany and beyond. Before anything else, I want to express my appreciation to those who made this session possible. Mr. Kai Frank, your support and openness. I think someone muted me by mistake. So thank you, Mr. Frank.
Welcome.
Your openness have helped us reach this level of communication. We honestly didn't expect to reach this soon. You responded positively, you engaged with us, your efforts made today's achievement possible. I want to express my my sincere thanks to the Yemeni Students' Union in Germany for its dedication, initiative, and relentless effort in making this seminar possible. Their commitment to supporting students and opening channels of communication is the reason we are able to be here today. To all Yemeni students joining us today from Germany and beyond, your presence matters. The strength of our union comes from your commitment, your voice, and your willingness to show up for each other. Today is another step, proving how organized, collaborative, and forward-thinking our students' community can be. I'm pleased to welcome you to this seminar on Yemeni students abroad, their challenges, and the scholarship opportunities available through Daad. DAD. Let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Idris Al-Ansi. I am in my final semester, my bachelor degree, International Management at University of Worms of Applied Science. I'm honored to be your moderator today and to help guide our conversation in a way that reflects both our challenges and our collective potential. It's a privilege today to welcome Mr. Kai Frank, head of office in Berlin of the Daad Foundation. His leadership experience and long engagement with international academic cooperation make his presence meaningful for Yemeni students. We are grateful that he has taken time to join us and to engage directly with our community. We also pleased to welcome Mr. Abdullah Nimr, assisting Mr. Frank today and helping us and guiding us through the presentation. His role is facilitating communication and ensuring accessibility is deeply appreciated by all of us. We'd like to invite Mr. Kai Frank first to introduce himself further and share about his role and experience with DAD. Please, Mr. Kai.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting us to this interesting meeting. Two months ago, we had a meeting with the embassy of Yemen in Berlin. So they also asked to give more information for students from Yemen from all over the world. So of course we would like to support, we would like to help today. Yeah, my name is Kai Franke. I'm the head of the government liaison office here in Berlin, and today I'm here with Abdallah Nema. He also speaks Arabic, which would make it easier for us. Maybe you have questions in Arabic. And Abdallah also worked in Beirut for a long time in the field of giving advices how to apply for scholarships. So he is also the right person to support me today. Yeah, let's start. You told us that you will give a brief information about the situation of students from Yemen all over the world, and then we will start with our presentation. Yeah,
Yeah,
correct?
sure. If Hamza, if you can go please to the next slide. So let's introduce what we are doing today, our agenda for the seminar. The topics will be first, the situation of Yemeni students abroad, introduction, the Daad and its mission. This will be from your side. Scholarship opportunities via Daad, application requirements and procedures. A look at the searching engine of DAD.de. What makes a successful application, criteria and impressions. After that, what we are expecting to come out with this from this seminar, getting to know the DAD Foundation, bring to light struggles of Yemeni students abroad, be aware of the different DAD scholarship programs and relevance to them, know the requirements and process to apply for those scholarships, have the opportunity to directly ask Mr. Frank today, and we want at the end to build up a sense of hope and concrete next steps for applying, especially for those in difficult circumstances. If you go, please, to the next slide. So before talking about our opportunities, we need to acknowledge the environment many Yemeni students are coming from. In northern Yemen, only about 3% of Yemeni receive a regular monthly salary. That's reported from the UN FAO. In the south, that number is no higher than 20%. This means the majority of Yemeni families simply cannot provide constant support to students studying outside of the country. Across Yemen as a whole, roughly half of the population need humanitarian assistance, according to recent United Nations reports. This is just to draw a picture of the situation in Yemen. So the numbers you can see, the statistics you can see down at the on the left. This is the number of students in places in countries like, as you can see, Turkey with 6,500 students. Comes after that China with more than 6,000. Germany at third place with 4,700, and then goes on till you go to Indonesia with the least, 282 students. Now, on the right, as you can see, students with scholarships, in percent. As you can see, in Indonesia and Morocco and Turkey, there are a lot of more than 50% and more are having scholarships. Those scholarships are not from the Yemeni government specifically. A part of them is from the a part of that is from the country, but the rest is from some organizations, private and just civil society organizations. That just takes 100 students or more just to provide for them. Germany, with the least, 3.5 having scholarships from the government, the Yemeni government, and 3.5 maybe becoming scholarships from German organizations, such as a DAD. That would be from my side presenting the situation in Yemen. If you now please can start presenting the points that we went through, the Daad Foundation and its mission, how to apply for an internship, how to find an internship, what types of internships that we can find, and yeah, we would like to see what you have to show us today. You are still muted, I think.
Hello, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Loud and clear, yeah.
Can you also see my screen, the presentation?
We cannot see the presentation, we see the website now.
Exactly.
The website?
Yeah.
If you can stop sharing and then share again and choose PowerPoint.
Is it now better if I do it like this?
No. You have to
Wait.
close this one.
Okay.
And yeah, now you can share the PowerPoint.
Now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So first of all, my name is Abdallah Nema. I'm from Lebanon. I worked at the DAAD office in Beirut, and I was responsible for the counseling for students and other tasks, as already mentioned before. We are just gonna go quickly through our presentation with what opportunities you might have to apply to, and a brief introduction about the DAAD. As you know, our headquarters is in Bonn, and it was founded in 1925. We're the largest funding organizations for international exchange. We have scholarships holders are giving the opportunity to gain international study and research experience. You can focus on succeeding in your studies abroad in Germany, professional, personal growth, financial benefits, of course, and personal support from the DAAD, and access to the DAAD alumni. That's 5 reasons why someone should apply to a scholarship, or what's the benefits of a scholarship. Then, of course, what's the monthly allowance that one would get for a scholarship? For a master's scholarships, it would be around 992 euros. For a research or doctoral scholarship, it would be 1,400 euros. There are, of course, some additions that you might get access to, like insurance, funds for German courses. Depending on your situation, if you're coming with family, for instance, you can apply for family benefits and rental subsidy if it doesn't cover through your scholarship completely. But those are details in the scholarship. The main points of the scholarship is that it actually covers your living expenses, and it gives you the travel insurance, the travel allowance, and insurance. As we said, you get the health insurance, personal liability insurance. If you're not funded by the DAD, offers favorable rates. Combined health accident, those are details. Certain research grants. The DAD offers research grants. As we said, we have either the problem with the DAD scholarships. We don't have scholarships for undergraduates. So bachelor students would not be able to apply for a scholarship. The scholarships that we have mainly are for master's students and for PhD and research students. As you can see, we have also the research grants, doctoral candidates, and postdoctorates in many countries. That's also another point that you would have to pay attention to. The scholarships depend on the country of origin from where you are applying. So that's why it's always important, and we will show you later on in the presentation. You have to put the country of origin, or basically where you are residing, and then you can see if this scholarship actually applies to this country or not. That's why the scholarships are also country-based. But we would have for a doctorate scholarship for developing and emerging countries, and we have the scholarship for master's studies in Germany, especially provided for applicants from industrial countries. That would be the EPOS, and study scholarship for STEM disciplinaries, provided master scholarship for developing and emerging countries, as well as program for arts, music, and architecture. As we said, in general, they offer study or research stay in Germany. There are also so-called in-country, in-regional programs where students and scholars, academics can be funded with DAD scholarship in their home countries or regions. That would be a combined program where you just do 1 year, for example, in Germany. Development-related postgraduate courses, the EPUS, as we talked about before. Funding for participants from developing countries so they may study development-related postgraduate courses at selective universities in Germany, extended research periods in the home country, and then they continue in their home country. Funded more than 6 months. Did he cover the preparatory German language courses?
This is for those who receive the scholarship.
Exactly. Yeah, for those who
Okay.
have the scholarships and are staying for longer than 6 months in Germany, they can get additional preparatory German courses, German language examination fees, allowance for German language courses during the funding period, a 3-month module of Deutsch Union. This is too specific. But they can, as we said, subsidize their German courses or the exams, depending on what level they are, because some already studied in their home country or where they are residing the German courses, and they just need to do an exam, for example, to get the B2 level or the C1 level, depending on what level they are. That could also be covered by the DAAD. Proper German course, if deemed necessary by the selection committee. Exactly. If you get the scholarship and they see that you need German courses to actually continue, they could also support during that. The duration would be 2 to 6 months. Language courses, institution in Germany.
So they will cover, if you mind me asking, they will cover the language course itself,
Yes.
and benefits on that, on top of that, right?
And also we have to explain that in the master level and the PhD level, in our times, usually applicants apply for English taught courses. So, but nevertheless, we offer German language classes. Yeah. So, so one applicant receives a scholarship for a master program. It is full in English. Still, we want this person to learn German before he starts with the study and also during, because there's also the idea of integrating into Germany and maybe in staying in Germany after graduating. So German would be necessary in any case. So that's why we have this language training program also, because yeah, we have a lot of options now in English, but the official language in Germany is still German. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Franke. As he mentioned already, coming to study in Germany does not mean that you can finish everything around you in Germany in English. You would still need to get around the country, the city that you live in, your groceries, your whatever. Even though we are going into internationalization and probably a lot of people speak English in Germany, especially in big cities, but nevertheless, to get integrated or to get fully around in the city, you would also need the German language, or at least a basic knowledge of the German language to get around.
And this also applies to those who do not receive a scholarship. Our recommendation also would be, do not only stick to English, also consider learning German, because if you want to stay in Germany longer for a job, you would need this language. Yeah. So learning German is always a good idea if you plan to come to Germany. This is
exactly.
True.
Exactly. And
true. I wouldn't say more. Is that true? Yeah.
And my advice is always to start from the home country or from wherever you are residing, so that it gets a little bit cheaper and easier to get into the German language. Was there a question or?
No. You just go on. I think somebody just trying to figure out how this works.
It's okay.
It's okay.
And as we said, what can be covered is either the exam itself or the course or both, basically. And where you can do that, it's usually the Goethe Institute is the most common one, which is accepted in Germany. But actually, any other German language course could be acceptable. The problem would be only with the final examination of this German course. It has to be from a recognized institution, which is basically, in that case, let's say the Goethe Institute.
If I may say something to
yes,
the audience, for everyone, please, we will have at the end of the session, at the end of the seminar, we will have 15 minutes for a Q&A. You can ask the questions that you have. You just write them down at the chat. in whatever language you want, Arabic, English, German, or French. I'll try to translate that, or Mr. Abdullah Namir will will try to help me as well. So if you have questions, please just write them down in a paper, and then please ask those questions at the end, just for the flow of the seminar, please.
Exactly.
Sorry for interrupting. Yeah,
No, it's
go
okay.
ahead.
So now we come to studying in Germany. Who can apply and study scholarships for master? As we said before, unfortunately, we do not have scholarships for bachelor students. We just have it for starting as a master students. And here it's a master scholarship, for example, for all disciplinaries. This is also very important. As we said before, you have to check, is your country among the list that has the scholarship or not? And in your country, I don't mean Yemen, of course. I mean, is the country where you are residing in the database, when you put this country, is it among the list that actually allows you to apply to this kind of scholarship? What can be funded? A full master's program, usually a 2 years program, or a 1 academic year program in Germany as part of a master's degree program to be completed abroad. So as we said before, if it's a program where you have an external or an Ausland semester, as we call it in German, where you are studying, let's say, I don't know, in Jordan, but you are allowed to have an external semester in Germany or a 1 year exchange program in Germany, then you can also have this covered through the DAAD to cover your stay, your living costs, living expenses, and so on and so forth. The duration, as we said, would be between 10 to 24 months, depending on the study program that you are applying to. What is the amount? As you see, those are very recent information. Applies to October 2025. The amount would be 992 euros, a monthly coverage. This is not going to the university, because also you have to understand one thing here in Germany. Studying in Germany is usually for free. But as you know, nothing in life is actually for free. So like you don't have to pay tuition fees in that regard. You probably have to pay registration fees, which can vary between 100, 150 to 500, depending on which Bundesland region you are. For example, in Baden-Württemberg, you would have to pay 1,500 per semester, but therefore is also a scholarship. That's the Baden-Württemberg scholarship that could cover this amount. This is also very specific, but again, to get to the point, studying in Germany is usually for free, even if it's an English program. You just have the registration fees that you have to pay, but including the registration fees, you have the transportation card that gets you around Germany and to your university and so on. You get the 992, which is your living expenses, where you pay your rent from, your outgoings, your materials for your studies, and so on and so forth. You get your insurance covered. You can apply for an annual study allowance and a travel allowance. In addition, in some certain situation, you can, if it doesn't cover, as we know, all living expenses are getting more and more higher. So in some cases, it might not cover your rent, or you would need a little bit more support for your rent. Then you have to apply some additional documents to state why you would need some subsidy for your rent. And then you can also get maybe an additional for your rent, or if you're accompanied by a family member or kids or so on and so forth, you would also get a little bit of extra money on top of the 992 euros. Who can actually apply? Of course, high achieving students from developing or emerging countries with a first university degree. As we said, it's only for master students and not for bachelors. An entire master program, or as we said, a 1 year program in the fields of mathematics, computer science, natural science, and engineering. And as we said, the duration would be between 10 and 24 months. And those are the study scholarships for STEM disciplines. That's also one of the scholarships that could be applied to you. Again, we always have to keep in mind is the country where I'm applying from among this list, or is it not? And this depends, and the same criteria apply to this scholarship as for the scholarship for all disciplinaries.
Yeah, let me add on
Yes,
this.
please.
I checked again the scholarship for all disciplinaries, the master program is eligible for those who live in Yemen. So if you are a resident of Yemen, you could apply now for this program. Also, if you went abroad, but not like only for half a year, you can still be considered as a resident of Yemen, but then you have to apply as a resident of Yemen with a Yemeni address. For the STEM program, for instance, you could apply if you're a resident of Jordan, you could apply to this program. So it's a bit tricky. Later we will show you, and you have to keep in mind the concept of not being importing which citizenship you have, but resident of which country you are, especially in this specific situation of Yemeni students spread all over the world.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Franke. You can all still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Then we have here this Qatari Scholarship Postgraduate Studies for Artistic Disciplines and Architecture.
This is for all over the world, so it applies to all countries. Wherever you are, you can apply to this program.
Exactly. And who can apply? Applicants with the first university. Again, the same thing. Someone who has a bachelor's degree in those fields already: fine arts, design, visual communication and film, music, performing arts, and architecture. What can be covered? Again, a master's degree program, a full one, postgraduate degree course leading to a final qualification, an advanced program without a final qualification, which we said if it's just 1 year or a completion year that you are applying to. So the duration would be also between 10. Hello?
Yeah, we hear
between
you.
10 and 24 months, depending on the duration of the chosen study program, or a 1 academic year, basically. Again, the amount that you would be receiving, in general, it's all similar with the value and the amount and the duration that you will get throughout the DAD scholarships. As you can see, again, 992 monthly euros. The insurance coverage, an annual study allowance that you can apply to. This one you have to apply extra for it, and then you get like a pauschale. A travel allowance, and additionals would be under certain circumstances as stated here: subsidy for your rent, subsidy for your family, subsidy for preparatory German courses if needed, if not received before, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, stop. I would like to add also.
Yes,
please.
So usually we will ask us how we make the decision. Yeah, so it's merit based, and it's about grades, recommendations, CV, and so on. But in this specific case, yeah, with
Okay.
architecture and artistic disciplines, you apply with your creative achievements from the bachelor level. Yeah, so whatever grade you have is not so important. Important is what can you, so they will explain you. You have to bring a material, like you have to send material to the DAD. Of course, it will be online. But this should be like, what did you do in bachelor in the field of architecture? Will make the decision easier. Can they accept you for an architecture master in Germany or not? Yeah. So.
Good.
Exactly. They would.
So it's just send a project or something, and
yes,
then
you have to send your own projects. If you're a musician, you will send your music and so on. Yeah.
Exactly. Great. Exactly. They would ask for your portfolio, in some cases a CD, or like Mr. Franke said, online. However, you can transfer the work that you already did in your bachelor's, and based on that, you would be considered or not. Why is it not going anymore?
And the decision is made by a specific selection committee in this field, yeah?
Yes, exactly. Now we come to the research grants in Germany. People who are doing a doctorate at a university or research institution outside of Germany, or have already completed the doctorate, postdoc up to 4 years, completing the doctorates, what can be funded, a research project at a German university or research institutes like the Max Planck, Fraunhofer, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of research institutes here in Germany in coordination with a supervisor in Germany. The duration of the research grants, 2 to 12 months, and the postdoc between 2 to 6 months. As we said, for doctorate and research grants, you would get a little bit more than the master scholarship. It would be around 1,400 euros for monthly allowance as of Feb 2026. Actually, now it's a little bit less. So as of Feb, it will become 1,400 insurance coverage, the travel allowance, and the research allowance, in addition to, as we said before, preparatory German courses, rent subsidies, and family subsidy if applicable. Who can apply? Excellent qualified young academics and scientists. Individual, what can be funded? An individual doctoral project in Germany supervised by a university lecturer, or participants in structural doctoral study programs at the university. Am I going too fast? If I'm talking too fast?
I think it's a nice base. No,
okay.
Still in a good base.
So the duration of a funding for a doctoral program is a maximum of 4 years. Of course, in some certain situations, if it takes a little bit longer, then you would have to communicate with the DAD and see if it's possible to extend it a little bit longer or not. But those, again, are very detailed information depending on the situation and why it took you longer than the 4 years or so on.
So again, can you go back one slide? Yes. So we showed you the program for 1 year, and we showed you the program for 4 years. If you apply for the 1 year program, it means you have to be enrolled in a PhD program in your country of residence, and you should have a project you would like to conduct in Germany, and you would need also a supervisor from Germany. So someone who is interested in your topic in your PhD topic, and you both think it would make sense to come for 1 year to Germany to do this project and then to go back and to finish your PhD in the country where you come from. The other program is a full PhD program for 4 years. So you apply with your whole PhD proposal, and you also would need a supervisor from Germany. You have to find this person, and you will conduct the whole program in Germany, and you will finish it only also in Germany. So these are two different types. The 1 year program is also eligible from all over the world, and the doctoral program is for sure eligible from Yemen, from Jordan, from Saudi Arabia. So from a lot of countries from the global south can apply to the full doctoral program. If you stay in France, you cannot apply for this 4 years program. You could only apply for a 1 year program. We do not support full PhD support for applicants from industrial countries.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Mr. Franke. Yes, exactly. As mentioned before, and to apply for a PhD program, there are 2 ways, but I think we will get to that in the presentation, but I'll just mention it right away as well. There is the structural. Structural means the university has a program. It tells you exactly what they are looking for, and you can apply to it as if you are applying to a master's program. You have the requirements that they ask you for, you apply to it at the university as they are classifying it, basically. The more common one is the individual PhD program, but this takes a little bit more effort from the student themselves. They would have to get in touch with university professors and tell them what their proposal actually is. So basically, a stranger communicating with another stranger, trying to convince him to take this proposal and be the doctor father or doctor mother for the next 4 years. So you can imagine it needs a little bit of communication skills. And
if you can give me a second, please. I'll speak to the audience in Arabic. يا شباب لو سمحتوا الذي جالسين يرسموا في البرزنتيشن. الموضوع المفروض انه يساعد الجميع، المفروض انه يعني خطوة إيجابية جدا إن احنا نوصل إلى هذا الدرجة من التواصل مع مؤسسة كبيرة مثل الداد. لو سمحتوا يا شباب، يا أخي عيب، إذا ما بش حاجة بتفيدك أنت، عادي يطلع. احنا بنرجع نسوي بعدين اتحاد الطلاب في ألمانيا بيسوي ندوة بالعربي 100%، نشرح كل الذي حصل اليوم، كل الذي ناقشناه. فخلونا بمستوى وعي، نمثل أنفسنا بالشكل الأحسن لو سمحتوا. الذي شخبطوا وكتبوا، لو سمحتوا ممكن تمسح الذي فعلته يعني، رجاء.
يا
الموضوع يساعد الجميع يعني في الأخير. شكرا
يا أخ
للجميع.
إدريس، لو يقدر الأستاذ عبد الله النمر يضبط الملف بحيث إنه ما يسمح لهم يشخطوا، هو اللي عندهم الضبط من مشاركة الملف.
هل ممكن هكذا؟
عبد
Let
الله
me
يقدر.
check. Let me check.
شوف إذا تقدر، لأنها يعني it's just a technical issue, Mr. Kai. So we are trying to figure out how to deal with it. It
Okay.
will,
But it's okay, Idris. ما تشغل بالك، أنا قادر إشاع و ich kann weiter. I can continue like this. But I appreciate your interference. Yes, I agree too that I need to see a little bit. I can still see, so don't worry. But yes, whoever is drawing on on my presentation,
I think someone is just trying to figure out how the system is working, but in the
don't
worst way possible.
don't worry, Idris.
Yeah.
We can continue normally.
It's art. It's art.
But now I
Yeah,
get kicked out of
I
my
think they got the message. This is the project that they are trying to deliver, right?
But I think I just got kicked out of my presentation. Can you still see my screen?
No, we cannot now. If you can share it again.
Okay. Now?
Great. Now we can see, yeah.
Okay. So we stopped at the doctoral, maximum of 4 years. I was saying exactly.
Yep.
So the more common doctoral program is the individual doctoral program, and as I said, it has its own level of difficulty, but it gives you at the end of the day more flexibility because it's between you and the doctor father or the doctor mother that you are agreeing on to take over your proposal. And then you do the agreement on how you would want to move forward with this doctoral program. The difficulty in this, obviously, is to find someone who wants or has the capacity and the time to be your doctor father or doctor mother.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the study visit for academics, artists, and architects. I'm not sure if we still have this actually, if this applies to students per se, because this has to be also with professors to apply to it. But this is a specific scholarship. Then we have the learning Germany and German, obviously, German and Germany, exactly. Here, students in a bachelor's degree could actually apply to it, but this is just for German courses, as the title of this scholarship actually says.
Yeah, and this is also for this is also for undergraduate students.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. This is for bachelor students. This is one of the rare scholarships where we have, but as I said, it's not gonna be a scholarship in the sense of you are going into your study program. It's a preparatory course. It's for a couple of months where you can improve your German, basically. What can be funded? Language and study courses, as well as special language courses at German University and language institutes. Duration of this funding, at least 18 teaching days from June to September. So as you can see here, it's not for a whole year. It's not even for a whole program. It's for courses, for German courses, to get better chances of getting or better improved to live in Germany, more or less. University summer courses in Germany for foreign students and graduates covers the course. It's the same or similar. It covers the German course It gives you a one-time allowance of 450 euros and the travel allowance and insurance. Here we come to the DAD special programs, which is the EPOS. This is for developing and emerging countries. It gives out 7,000 scholarships were already awarded. And this is, as I said, for special programs, it's more for experts and managers. You're already in a expert field, more or less, and you can apply to it. Graduates with at least 2 years of professional experience from developing and emerging countries, as it says here. What can be funded? A 1 or 2 year master's program or a PhD up to 4 years. Selected programs at German universities that are explicitly aimed at professionals in developing and emerging countries. The monthly payment, if it's a master's, it's 992 euros. If it's for a PhD, it's 1,400. And again, the health insurance and additional benefits if accompanied by a family or the rent doesn't fit. Then we have the Helmut Schmidt program. This is for
Abdallah,
Yes,
let's go back. Did you tell about the working experience 2 years? Yes.
yes. Here you would have to where did I say it? 1 or 2 years master's degree program. No.
And 2 years of working experience. So it's not for bachelor graduates without any working experience. It should be at least 2 years of working experience, and the working experience should be in the field of study.
Exactly.
Somehow. It should be related to the field of study, yeah?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, clear.
Sorry if I missed that. Yes, I meant here graduates with at least 2 years of professional experience from developing and emerging countries. Then we have the public policy and good governance. As the program already states, it's for political science, more or less. This program aims to contribute to the promotion of good governance and civil society structure in developing and emerging countries. Scholarships are offered a master's program in the fields of high importance for social, political, and economic development. Those prepare for future leaders, a responsibility position. I think, if I'm not mistaken, with this scholarship, you would have to travel back to your home country because this is the aim of this program. After you study, graduates from developing emerging countries will qualify to university degree, political science, law, economic, public policy, and administration, willing to actively contribute to the social, political, and economic development of their home countries. You see, this is what I mean. Part of the criteria.
I think we cannot hear Mr. Abdullah now, right?
No.
So let's wait a second. If he'll back, maybe there is a connection problem.
Okay, I could try to continue. So it's about the public policy and good governance program. It's for bachelor students. And again, it's all only for a specific number of countries, but if you live in Yemen, you will be able to apply. If you live in a neighboring country in the Middle East, also you would be able to apply to this program. I think Abdallah now is
off. He's off, I guess.
fully off. That's
Yep. It's okay. We can wait a couple of minutes for him to come back.
If he's not able to come back, I will share. I also have a copy of this presentation. I will try to share it later.
Yeah, sure. Whatever works for you, but I think he has a connection problem because it's at first he was off speaking and then he went off like
Okay.
yeah, and congrats on the 100 years anniversary. I forgot to say that at the beginning.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
1 second. I will try to find this presentation on my Computer?
Yep. Mr. Here he's back.
He's back.
Yeah, I thought you already went to get your daughter. Not yet. We cannot hear you still.
You have to remute you. Like
It's just muted. You cannot unmute it, right? If you Nizar, please unmute Mr. Nimr.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Great. Welcome
You're a
back.
good lip reader. Yes, exactly. I don't know what happened. I got kicked out and I wasn't able to unmute
I
myself.
think it was a connection problem at the beginning, but unmuting you was from
It's okay. It's okay. We're back. All good.
technicians. Yeah, good.
University summer program. We finished that. General information. Okay.
I think we were.
Where can
yeah,
you
we
find?
finished that. Yes. Now general information.
Exactly.
Okay, let's continue with the
We
general.
can go on funding-guide.de, or there's also another website. They all lead to the same scholarship database at the end of the day. Also, of course, from our DAD offices, we have around, let me count now, I think
50 something, yeah.
50, yes, exactly, something around that, 50 offices. You would have to check in your home country, besides where you are residing, if you have a DAD office that could actually offer you some more advice, because as we said, the scholarships are country-based, so maybe there's a scholarship that we missed or that they have some information about that they can actually give you more details about it.
We can give you some like we have an office in Cairo, we have an office in Amman,
Jordan and Turkey.
we have an office in Turkey, in India, of course, we have 2 offices. What else?
And what type of service do they offer there? Like for a Yemeni who are residents in Cairo, for example, what service can he get from the Daad office in there?
Yeah. There's a general decision made in DAD like several years ago that wherever you live, you apply in this country. So sometimes local staff, they tend to, you are not Egyptian, we do not
Oi.
help you, but they have to. Like
Okay.
if you live in Cairo, if you are enrolled in a university in Cairo, you can apply as a resident of Egypt. Yeah, this is
Okay.
important for everybody. Please keep this in mind. It's not necessary to go to Yemen or something. You can apply wherever you want, whatever passport you have. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you
Okay.
apply as a resident of the country you are living in. So that's why it's important. That's why Egypt, Jordan.
Exactly, and we not only have country-specific offices, some of them are regional. So basically, for instance, I give you the example of Lebanon. The DAD office closed in Lebanon. Now Jordan is responsible for Lebanon. So
Okay.
if me as a Lebanese or as someone living in Lebanon would want to get information from the DAD, I would get in contact with the DAD Jordan. And what are the services that you asked, Idris? It's basically what we're just doing right now.
Okay.
Give
Great.
you information. Give you the information.
Yes, and they give country-specific information, but also wherever you are, every information should be available online. You apply online. So if you have an office, it's good. It's a plus. You can go there. You can call them. You can ask for specific advice. If not, you can do everything online.
Online,
There is no
exactly.
need for a physical office to apply because there's no paper-based application anymore.
Exactly, exactly. Can we go to the next slides? I can't go
Yes,
to
I
the
have to
slides
do it now. Yes.
anymore. Okay. Research and study and research in Germany. Here is finding about the programs and the offers, where you can actually find the DAAD scholarships and the study programs. But we will show you that in a live presentation later on, how you actually can go on the DAAD website and where you can find all this information. As I said, first of all, you would need your study program, because a scholarship without your study program makes no sense.
Yes, and anyways, you are a bachelor student or now you graduate, you are looking for a master program. The first what you do is not looking for the funding, how to apply to the scholarship. The first is to find the suitable master course in Germany you would need. Yeah, like you know English, so you will not search for a course in German.
Exactly.
You should find out what kind of language certificate you would need, what kind of IELTS or and so on. What is the profile? Am I eligible with my bachelor background? There's a lot of questions you have to ask before you apply for a scholarship.
Exactly.
Great, thanks for the info.
Can we go to the next slide, please? Okay, and
Yeah,
this
we
is
can skip
already
this because we will
this.
show it later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is already the demonstration. This is when you go to the DAAD website, which is daad.de/en for English. You go on study and research in Germany. Under finding scholarship point 2, you go to the scholarship database, and the scholarship database is actually self-explanatory. You just have to refine your search in a way or another, which is put the country of origin, or basically the country that you are living in. And then you can either with one click see what does this country have for scholarships. If you have the time and the energy, then you can just go through the 177 scholarships probably. If not, you refine it even more. You put, I'm looking for a graduate scholarship. I'm looking for STEM programs, for example, or I'm looking for engineering, or. And then it will get less and less and less until you actually either find the scholarship that fits to your program, or unfortunately, there is no scholarship for your program. Let's say you want to study to become a doctor in Germany. Well, first of all, you cannot study in English. That has to be done in German. You would need a C1 level to be able to do your studies for a doctor as a medicine. And there is no scholarship for it. So whether you refine your search or you look left and right, there is no scholarship. You could probably apply to the language course, maybe. That could be a support for you. Same applies to law. If you want to apply for law, also you would need the German level C1, and probably you will not find. But that's something that's not fixed, because scholarships can change from year to year. So maybe now we don't have it. Maybe next year there would be a project or a program where they say, no, actually we decided to support, I don't know, nurses, support doctors, support whatever. So it's always good to recheck the database, because it can change from year to year. Could we go to the...
but I think it makes sense to start, if you are willing to study doctorate in Germany. I think it would make sense if you start studying German from now, not just waiting for an update that will remove a German as
Absolutely, definitely. And that's what we started talking at the beginning. Like, even if you are coming for an English study program, there would always be there will be a couple of months until you get your student visa, until you get all your papers done, until you can actually do the transfer from your country that you're living in till you get to Germany. So it's always good to use this time actually to be registered in a German course. As Mr. Franke already said, whether you are studying in German or not, you are living in Germany. And Germany, the main language is German. So you might not encounter someone who speaks English or French or other languages, depending on the city that you are living in, of course. In big cities, it's usually more flexible. Hamburg, Berlin, Köln, whatever, they would find probably people who speak English. In Worms, even though it's an international university, so probably you will find a lot of people who speak English. But let's say in smaller cities, you might not find people who speak actually that much English. So it's always beneficial to have your German language, even if it's just a basic language.
I have a little question. Maybe you mentioned it before, but just to clarify, for people who are already in Germany, do they have a place, an opportunity to find a scholarship? And
Here it depends.
Yeah, but not the DED scholarship. The DED scholarship is for mobility to come to Germany. Yeah,
Okay.
It's for international exchange. This is the logic. Like if a Yemeni student has a bachelor from Germany, you
has a
can
bachelor
apply
from
to
Germany,
you can
yeah,
apply,
and citizen in Germany.
you can apply.
Not citizen, I mean resident, yeah.
If you're a resident of Germany, you can apply for a scholarship of a DD scholarship for outgoing mobility. So we would not support you if you're already in Germany, but if you're in Germany, we would consider you as a German going somewhere else. So
Okay.
so this is our logic. It's of course it's difficult. It's not fair in some cases, but this is our principle. Like either you come to Germany or you are from Germany, you go somewhere else. So, but as you see, our finding scholarships, there is this option DD funding program only, and if you do not click here, you can get scholarship from other foundations, and other foundations also support foreign students in Germany to do their studies in Germany.
Okay.
So,
and just to add a little bit to what
Thanks.
Mr. Franke already said, the timing to be in Germany where you are not applicable for a German for a DAD scholarship anymore is 15 months. So basically, if you are already in Germany longer than 15 months, then you cannot apply to those scholarships anymore. And they will tell you that in the scholarship criteria, procedures, and requirements, and so on and so forth. So if it's less than that, maybe you have a chance to apply to it. But I think it would be highly unlikely because they take time till you get processed, and by that time you would probably be longer than the 15 months.
Yeah, it's the beginning of the scholarship. It's the 15 months rule. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
great.
now,
exactly.
So basically, because you have to apply 10 months ahead or 11 months ahead, it's a small period. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But as Mr. Franke said, the idea is actually if you are already in Germany, you have the opportunity to go, let's say, to the United States or to, I don't know, Australia or something like that to do something. This is more the idea of why you cannot apply it because you are already in Germany. So if you are in Germany, you are going somewhere else. And if you're not in Germany, you're applying to come to Germany. This is more the idea of the exchange.
Okay,
as we said before, who can help you at the DAAD or how can you find things at the DAAD? You use our website. Obviously, we have the contact sheet. We have the chatbots. We have the info center. And we have the regional and local DAAD offices that can also provide you with help. Program. Those we already mentioned them. Obviously, you would need to find your study program first of all, so that you can find the applicable scholarship for it. And where you find those scholarships, you will find them at the DAD scholarship database, or you talk to any of our regional or local DAD offices that can guide you to where you find the scholarship.
Okay. And the selection is made according to academic criteria.
Yes.
Checklist, we also don't need now to application. You have to have you have to have your own account to apply. So you create your own account and then you apply for the program.
Exactly.
And in the account you have to upload a lot of documents.
But you would have to read the checklist thoroughly. And as we said, it's not just, okay, I found something, let me directly apply to it. There is a preparation that you would need to do before that. The guidelines will help you. You will find them in the scholarships, actually, what's required from you. As Mr. Franke mentioned in one of the scholarships, for example, for architect, media, and design. Like, you would not be able to directly apply because you would have to have your file ready. What's the work that you want to upload for this specific scholarship? Similar to other scholarships as well, you would always see that, here they want a motivation letter. Here they want me to apply with the German language B1 course or whatever. Here they need me to apply the TOEFL or the IELTS or any other, the Cambridge language certificate. So you would have to gather your documents before being able to apply, and it's always beneficial to look at the checklist, what is actually required from me for this specific scholarship.
If you apply for a master program, usually you have to add a motivation letter. If you apply for a research project, you have to apply, bring the proposal for the research project, and yes.
Exactly. Application documents.
Again, it's also the research grants. We can come back to this later with the questions. So it's an additional topic how to write a research project, how to write a PhD proposal. This is it would take hours to explain this. Okay, a good preparation for a DD scholarship takes time, so you cannot do it in 3 days. It's a lot of work, and do not apply at the last minute. So this
exactly.
is one time frame. Like, you would apply in June, and in the next year in August you will travel to Germany. So sometimes it takes a lot of time. For some program, it takes more than a year to apply.
Exactly.
That's
this is just one
application
example.
preparation and other stuff. It's not just application. So that would take to a year, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
this is one example. This is
an
like
extreme long. This is an extreme long example, but usually it's 10 months.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why you would have to look ahead. Like, even when you are in your bachelor's studies, like Idris right now in your last year, this would be the time that you actually start looking for a master's study, and at the same time start applying for your scholarship if there's one. But
this is a good example from Pakistan. This is the application deadline is the 31st of August, and in end of August, and 1 year later, you will in June you will travel to Germany, but before the application deadline closes, of course, you need time to apply. So you cannot do it in the last day. So that's why they write here June. So you have 2 months to apply for the program, and it will take then 10 months.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that will be basically the end of our presentation. We are just gonna show you very quickly the website, as we promised.
Yep.
I'll share if you allow me. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see you open the browser.
Zoom here. Yes.
No,
Yes.
now. Okay, wait.
Good.
Can you see the website?
We can see it clear, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going with you step by step. daad.de/en gives you already the English version of the website. As you can see here, scholarships for Germany, scholarships for going abroad, international programs. What we would start off with, if you are looking for an English program, basically, or a master's program or whatever, you would go on the international programs. Here, as we said, we are looking for a master, the language in English, and we don't want to specify. We would just want to see what's out there for a master's in English, or where can we actually find. As you can see, there's a lot, around 1,533 results. And here you have to be careful. Some of them specify the tuition fees, some don't have tuition fees, some do have tuition fees. This depends on what kind of a program, and is it in a private university or is it a private program in a public university, that you will see on the website itself, and they will explain to you what kind of a program it is and if it has tuition fees or not. Let's say here, Actuarial and Finance Mathematics at the University of Kaiserslautern has no tuition fees. It tells you when it begins in winter semester and summer semester, because as you know, in Germany, we don't have it like the American system. We have here only 2 semesters, not a tri-semester or 4 semesters. It's just summer and winter. There you would have to pay attention to the deadlines of application. In this case, they tell you can apply to both semesters, in the winter and in the summer semester. In other master's program, they would tell you it's only doable, for example, like this here, only in the summer semester. Then you would check when is the deadline for the summer semesters, which is obviously, you just go onto the website and you can see when the deadlines are. It's nothing that you would have to calculate out yourself. You just go course details, services, cost and funding, requirements and registrations. Here it tells you would need to have a TOEFL or an IELTS. They tell you the degree, course details, starting with the second semester, and you will get all the details of this study program in particular. This is if we are looking for the study programs themselves. As we said, the international study programs, but now we would show you the scholarship, how you will find it. So as we said, here we did our criteria, we did our search results, we found our program that we want. Now we are going to the scholarship in Germany, and same thing. It starts with 170 scholarships, but as you know, we said it's country-based. So let's say Algeria, we want for graduates, because undergraduates, we know already that there are no scholarships, or they're just the language scholarships. Then you go for Algeria, or for people living in Algeria, they have 51 scholarship opportunities. Now you would have to check which one applies to my situation. Am I looking for a doctoral? Am I looking for Kuditel, which is a master's program, or a doctor for both supervised doctors in your home country and in Germany? Study visit with academics. Algeria doesn't seem to have a master's program as university summer course. Study scholarship proposed in the field. Oh yeah, you see this one. If you're studying architecture and you're living in Algeria, this is the scholarship that you would be able to apply to. Let's say we want to study architecture in Germany and you are living in Algeria. Here we have the course details, the scholarship details, the requirements. What language course do we need to have, English or German? And the application procedure, when can we start to apply, when is the deadline, and so on and so forth. And then, as Mr. Franke said, submitting an application, you would have to have an account on the DAD portal. Currently, you cannot apply for this program, obviously, because the deadline is not open yet.
Okay.
Questions?
I think that's now clear. We needed someone to show us how we can search, how we can find, how we can apply, like in a real life situation. We still have some questions from the union side. So a question for I think everyone would be interested to hear. So as the first question, what common mistake do students make when reaching out to DAD for an internship? So what to avoid submitting an application?
I would say deadline. avoid missing the deadline, because if you miss the deadline, it's very difficult to do anything anymore.
Or to apply 2 hours before the portal closes, yeah?
Exactly.
That's a thing to avoid. Yeah.
Yes, definitely, because things might seem very straightforward, but then you discover that downloading a PDF file for DAD, which you need the DAD standard form, let's say, it doesn't open from your laptop, which we had a lot of encounters that had this problem. There is the way to download it, where to find it, how to open it, what kind of Adobe Acrobat reader you need. Those are all things, as Mr. Franke said, don't just start applying 2 days before the deadline, because you might encounter this, and then you miss the deadline because of some technicalities, because you were not able to download the file properly, you were not able to upload it properly. There are some questions that you were not able to find the question for the answer for them right away, or you would need, for example, a recommendation letter from your professor. You would not be able to call him right away and tell him, send me a message right now, I need the recommendation. It would take some time to do it, to apply for it, and so on and so forth. So in short, I would avoid applying shortly before the deadline. I would check the checklist. Do I have all the documents when applying or not? This is something to avoid, definitely.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you both. I think I'll go through the chat. The questions, please, in the chat. Not with the mic on. It will be in the chat. Just drop your question. We will pick 3 to 5 questions that you can answer. You can search for yourself if you find an interesting question. I'll search as well.
Okay, I'm opening the chat.
Go to the end. Go to the end.
بالعربي, I don't think حنعمل بالعربي. Idris will see how he can translate whatever he wants to translate.
We will do that again in Arabic.
Is the lecture recorded? نعم, the lecture is recorded. If I get a master's scholarship and after I finish studying, can I stay in Germany? Yes, you can. Can I work in Germany applying for a PhD research? Yes, you can also. You can do your master's and then you can do your PhD. You can do your master's and then you can apply for a job. You can do your bachelor's and apply for a job. That's also doable.
Someone is asking, can I apply from as a Yemeni bachelor graduate in Indonesia? Yes, as Mr. Abdullah said, you just go to the search engine, you choose Indonesia as the place of residence, and you see what there is to offer. What scholarships are there?
In Tunis, we also have an office. In Tunis, we have also an office.
Yes.
You could go there.
Okay.
So there's a good option for you. And I like also to add, if you have a diploma from Germany, if you graduate in Germany, by law, you're allowed to stay 18 months searching for a job. Yeah.
Exactly.
You need to finance yourself, but within 18 months, you can apply for suitable jobs.
Yeah.
The student asking for medical student in Yemen, as we said, there is no scholarship for medicine, for medical studies, basically. How you can accredit your degree, this is for medicine a little bit complicated to explain right now, because medicine in Germany is a state examination. And you would need to do a colloquium and so on and so forth. I would advise you to get in touch with whoever responsible for your DAD regional office. As you said, you are in Yemen, so you don't have the office there. But medicine in Germany doesn't go bachelor's and master's.
So if you finish your medical studies in Yemen, you would need to learn German on the level B2 and C1, and then you have to do the examination as Germans would do, like a replacement examination to recognize your diploma. And the best advice I can give you, please find someone from Yemen or from Saudi Arabia, from a neighboring country who did this process, who is living in Germany and working as a physician, as a doctor, because it's a very complicated process. And when we explain it to you, maybe we would make some mistakes. Yeah, so please ask a professional who did all this. We have a lot of physicians, doctors in Germany from all over the world. They all had to go through this process, but it's complicated.
Okay.
Exactly. Exactly.
I want to mention something for the simple questions that the union can answer. We will answer that in another seminar where we explain coming to Germany and the steps that doesn't have to be through DAD. I'm just for the audience. We will do that in Arabic, English, or whatever language that you would prefer. We'll do that again. So don't just panic if we skip the question that we think is not relevant to our guests. So don't worry, we will do this again with the union and we'll explain everything once again. So no worries.
Okay, I saw there are a lot of questions if there's a bachelor's scholarship. As we said, no, there's a language course that you could apply to, but no scholarship as scholarship for bachelor's, just to have this out of the way.
Exactly.
For the many questions about medicine, as Mr. Franke said, get in touch with people who already did their accreditation in Germany, or try to find someone who did their accreditation in Germany for medicine, because medicine studied abroad is a bit difficult to have it completely accredited and explained in one sentence. And you would definitely need German language courses, C1, to be able to مزاولة المهنة in German. To be able to work in Germany, you would need C1 level for medicine.
Great. There is a question asking, is the duration fixed if someone is studying a program and wasn't able to close the program in the duration limit? Would that be a problem for him losing the foundation or how
if
would
you have a
this...
scholarship, you mean?
Exactly.
Well, if you can explain your situation and it's not been 5 years over your deadline, then probably it won't be a problem if it's a semester or maximum 2. It depends on the scholarship that you received and your scholarship office that you would be in contact with, and explaining if there is a valid reason why you were not able to finish it in time. Don't get frustrated. Studying in Germany is usually longer than expected. Like if you have a 2 years program, probably you will finish it in 2.5 or 3 years. This is normal depending on how many exams you do. But as you said, Idris, if you have already a scholarship, they would need your study progress. And then you would just have to explain why you would not be able to finish at the time stated that you would be finishing. If you said you finish in 2026,
sure,
and you were not able to do that, but you know that you finish in 2027, an explanation, and they will get back to you. But as I said, if it's 2026 and then you are 2030 and you still didn't finish, then probably, yes, it would be problematic and you would probably not get the finance till the end of that time.
Great. You can pick two more questions, and I think we will be through with today. It wouldn't be possible to answer all the questions that you have, but we will have another seminar. We will have in the future we will have more than one seminar. We'll explain even maybe we'll do a country based for Yemeni students in China, Yemeni students in Indonesia. So don't get frustrated if we skip a question that you put in the chat. It's just we have a limited time to go through the subjects and the most important questions, or the ones who were lucky that we spotted their questions first. So don't worry, we will have your question answered maybe by the next time.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick. It's difficult. There are a lot of questions
I'm
actually
sure.
there.
Yeah, true.
Just pick whatever you see that it's repeating. Degree in law in Germany. I want law in Germany. I don't. It's also states examination.
I think Mr.
law,
Frank explained that before. Yeah, Mr.
law,
Frank.
like medicine, law, teacher training, and pharmacy are state, so-called state examinations. So we do not have a bachelor and master system. You have to basically study 6 years. We do not offer scholarships for that. It's all in German. It's complicated. For law, we could recommend to do the law program in the country of your residence and then apply for so-called LLM master. It's a 1 year program for foreigners. It's a master program.
Yep.
Exactly.
And something to mention, it's one of the toughest degrees that you will go through. Law is not that easy in Germany, so put that in mind.
It's all in German and it's a lot of work, yes. And a lot of German law students fail because
Ex
it's too hard.
exa
The same with
Because it's not
medicine.
just language, because it's the law terms that you usually don't use unless you are studying law, basically.
True.
That's the main difficulty in it, I guess. But if you have a passion for it, then nothing is impossible. And I'm pretty sure there are quite some Yemenis who also
Yep.
passed it and did it. So don't let this
and
discourage you. But we just want to inform you that it has its level of difficulty.
true.
That's for sure.
There is a question for I saw a
Yes.
question that would be a good question for all. Should the English certificate be a TOEFL or an IELTS? If someone has a certificate from maybe a known or from the university in Yemen or from somewhere else, that's not a TOEFL or not IELTS. Is it acceptable, or does it have to be one of those known certificates?
Has to be an
Usually it has to
accredited
be
one.
one of these two, but it depends on the university. Yeah, like if you apply to a specific program and we do not put our own standards, we look what is the program asking for. If they ask for an IELTS something, you have to bring this. Sometimes you finished the school with English language of instruction, or you finished a program in your home country in English. And sometimes universities accept that. Yeah, like
Exactly.
you studied in Jordan. In Jordan, language of instruction is English, so they would accept it or not. But this does not depend on me or Abdallah. It depends on the program you're applying for.
Exactly.
And you have to check this, yeah.
Yeah.
Every single program they have specific criteria.
Okay, I'll give another advice to our audience. You have asked about specific fields, specific countries. Maybe go through the website, try the search engine,
Exactly.
look through, find the most suitable internship for your case, for where you are, and what degree you had. And I think that would be the best way to begin this, because we cannot answer every question basically on everyone's needs. I think we, as from our sides, that can be it. I'll add something. The Yemeni Students' Union in Germany is committed to guiding and advising the applicants throughout the scholarship process. If they need any advice on how to fill the documents, what requirements this that scholarship, DAD scholarship needs, we are always there. If they just send us, we want to ensure that we get the best like full chance of getting those scholarships. This will be made, we will reach there if we have the best application full from documents, the best structured cover letter or motivation letter, the CV. So the union in Germany, the Students' Union in Germany, offers this advices, offers guidance. Whoever needs something just can send something to the union. I think Hamza is raising his hand.
Hello everyone. Here
Yes.
speaking Hamza Al-Abumi, Vice Chair of the Yemeni Students Union in Germany. I would like first to sincerely thank Daad for their cooperation and support, especially Mr. K. Frank and Mr. Abdullah Namir. Also, my thanks go to our moderator Idris Al-Ansi and to
You're
all
welcome.
attendees for their active participation. I would like to add that the Yemeni Students Union is exploring the possibility to establishing a student advisory committee to support students in the application process and provide them with helpful guidance, particularly for that scholarships. We will keep you update on this initiative. And thank you, Honest, again, and we wish you all success in your academy journey.
Thank you, Hamza. I think the union. I think we can say this is the biggest achievement of 2025. So it means a lot to us having a direct communication with Mr. Frank, with you, Mr. Abdullah. It's not a simple thing for us. It's still big. So thank you so much. Thank you for today. Thank you for answering our questions. Thank you for your patience on the technical issues that happened today.
Always.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And from my side as well, thank you everyone for participating. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Idris. Thank you, Mr. Franke. Thank you, Hamza. It was a pleasure. And of course, we are not leaving you at all. If there are still questions, as Idris said, we will figure out a way to either do another workshop similar or in other ways. But explore the websites. Probably half of your questions will already be answered if you just go on the website and check it out yourself. You would need to do it by yourself to see if it actually fits to your program or not. I just had one question because I think the person asked it several times.
Yes, please.
Who didn't get the scholarship and why the reason you didn't get the scholarship? You would have to ask them. They would provide you probably with an answer from the DAD that sent you the email that you didn't get it. Probably will get. I don't know. I didn't see your files. I don't have the documents in front of me.
Yeah, sure. No one would be able to know here what's the reason. So you have to contact them directly.
Exactly.
To those you applied to. Yeah.
But again, I just want to thank you all and wish you all the best of luck. Nothing is impossible. You can study in Germany even without a scholarship. The scholarship is just a support. You would need to be able to support yourself either through work or through a sponsor, someone who's able to sponsor you, or through the scholarship. Those are the three ways to be able to study in Germany. And yes, all the best.
Thank you so much.
I also would like to add, it all sounds maybe complicated, but it's doable, it's possible. We will have people who help you, who did it, and
Idris is an example in front of you.
Thanks.
and
Thanks.
we wish you success in your studies and achieving your goals. All the best, and thank you for your attention.
Thank
كل
you so much.
التوفيق ومع السلامة.
شكرا مع السلامة.
شكرا.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye.
Schönes Wochenende, Herr Franke.
Ja, danke schön.
Ja.
Ebenso.
Auch Abdullah und alle.
Danke ebenso.
Ja, tschüss.
Ciao.
Tschüss.